Okay.
We're live.
We are live.
Awesome. So today we wanted to talk about is the gear. So I was gonna make a video.
Why don't we give people time to get on since nobody's on. We're experimenting with broadcasting on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our viewers are in Europe, and so they don't get a chance to, when we go live at 5, it's like 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning, and it doesn't really give them the opportunity to watch the live. And we've been wanting to do a gear video, so we figured we'd just do a quick test with this time, and then also we would do our gear video. And we realized that everybody here is probably out working outside right now, so don't even know if anybody will be on. But
yeah, just because they don't know that we're going live at Saturday.
Right, and regardless, it'll get us a chance to review our gear, and if anybody is on and wants to have any questions, or after it posts.
Retree Bonsai.
Hey, Retree.
Hey.
After it posts, if anybody has any questions, we can always answer any additional gear questions. But we just thought we would experiment with this today, so that's what we're doing.
Yep. So we're gonna wait until it's like about 12 o'clock, and then we'll get started.
Thanks, Weetree. Yeah, this was kind of a last minute. A couple of our different subscribers from like Germany, France, and Poland.
In Europe.
Yeah, they just said that it's kind of difficult staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch us. So we figured we would give this a test drive and see if, because right now, like in France, for example, it's going to be like 7 o'clock at night.
Did you do this on Steemit as well? No, I was thinking about doing that, but since we don't have the best internet, trying to get on Steemit right now, it would just start messing up the YouTube thing. But I thought about doing that, but yeah. So 4 more minutes. So why I wanted to make a go live and everything and do a gear video. Oh, Tim.
Too hot in Nacogdoches to garden.
Oh, hey, Tim. He's friends with Josh and Mandy.
Okay, cool.
Hi.
It is too hot, Tim. That's why we decided to go live right now. I do think we have some rain coming.
Yep.
But
so why I wanted to make a live stream about this is because this would have been like a very long video about trying to go over all the gear I have. And it's not a lot of gear, but it's some gear that we'll have. Do we have it in the description below?
yeah, all the Amazon links to all the main components of the gear should be in the description below.
Yep.
Oh, and let me get on the stream here too.
Yep.
So
we got 2. It's jumping. It went 3, 2 people. So everybody's trying to get on. So yeah, there'll be all links in the description below, and I'm just going through new gear, old gear, stuff that I've had for quite a while, and stuff that I just got. And we're just waiting for everybody. Text Dad what he's doing right now is he's just trying to jump on the chat.
Yep, and I'll have it up here in a second, and I'll check the show notes. Yep, you got it.
Come on.
All right. Yeah, so all the links are in the show notes, and
Just check.
But it's super hot out, super humid. It looks like we have at least an inch of a rain coming in.
We have 3 thumbs up and 2 people
from Dallas, so we really need some rain. We got a little bit of rain last night.
A little.
Helping the cause. The boys were camping out.
Dooloowoohoo.
Dooloo. All right. What kind of fishing are you doing today, Dooloo? Freshwater? Big mouth bass or what?
Takes under 5 minutes to draw a good crowd. That's why we started 5 minutes early.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully we have some rain coming, and we really need it pretty bad. And Texas Dad needs to set up a drip system off of our well at least for the trees and hopefully for the garden. Bass and crappie. Oh boy. I like some big mouth bass fishing. It's real good down here. We haven't even been yet this year.
Nope, we have to. Maybe when it cools down.
Yeah, like in the fall.
Yeah. Yep. Dooloowoohoo, we got
1 person. And 3 thumbs up.
Alright. Yeah, would you guys have some bass fishing?
Yeah, I caught about a 7-pounder right here at the local lake,
Pretty big.
and it was a gooder.
Yep. Need
I
to get real.
Gear.
Oh, with an iPad. Yeah, well, check out our gear. It's very cost effective. The boys started out. You could even show them. I know we showed it yesterday, and you could show them the camera you started with.
Yep. So people that just got on and oh hi Period Dude.
Hey, Period Dude. Yeah, so that's the like GoPro knockoff that the boys started with.
Like $5 to $20.
Yeah, and they actually had 2 of those.
I actually recommend this camera.
Yeah,
for starters.
one of them got whacked by a longhorn. So
this is actually the one.
was that the one?
Yeah, that's why I had like a bad nick in it in the lens right up there.
Yeah, and that's what they made probably the first 100 videos
videos,
with.
yep.
Yep.
And then the next 100
originally you were using Filmora, right?
Filmora, yep.
You used Filmora from the beginning to
Yep.
edit your videos. Yeah.
And then we got it. Yeah, we got a discount on Filmora too when we got it.
Yeah, when we got it,
It
there
was
was
like
there was a
$50.
deal, and it used to be like $75 for the
$80.
year. Oh, Bubba's
Hey,
Corner
Bubba's Corner.
For a lifetime.
for a lifetime, for like $50. I don't know if the deal's still on, but it was really good, so we jumped on that, and it's a really easy process. Nobody taught me how to get on there and do it. I had a electric guy, and he worked on a lot of electrical stuff. He was just able to help me download it and stuff like that and set it up, but he did not know anything about how to edit anything. So I had to self-teach myself, and that's really hard.
Filmora is nice for just simple editing.
Yes,
Like
you can actually do a lot on there. Now they're actually upgrading it. The more they upgrade it, the more they take off Filmora.
Yeah, like effects.
Yeah, like sound effects. They take off. One time I was on there and it said upgrade, and I'm like, okay, we'll upgrade it. And they took all sound effects off, and sometimes sound effects are nice when you're doing something and you need like something. What awesome self-teach.
Yeah, all the boys basically, other than a lot of the homeschool stuff, they pretty much teach themselves how to do it. Watch a YouTube video and just do it. And because of all the different channels we subscribe to, a lot of times they just pick stuff up and run with it.
Yeah. So.
And you'll be totally flipped out. You're like, how in the world did you know how to do that? And you just went and did it. And, well, we saw it in somebody's video, and so that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So Filmora is really cool. They just buffering a little bit. Yeah, it's saying very bad connection, but on the replay, it's perfectly fine. We watched it.
Lost video.
Lost the video. Oops.
There you go.
All right. Should come back
Okay,
on.
now it's not saying back.
All right. All right. So we should be back. All right. So it's 12 o'clock. We got 4 people watching.
And 6 thumbs up.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
You can
So
start.
I think we could start. So this is what I started with, the tech beam, and now I'm just gonna want to go over everything that I use. So I guess we could start.
Mini steady.
Hi, mini steady.
Hello, mini steady.
So the first thing that you put up, Period Dude. Editing takes time to learn, but it's not hard as I imagine. Yeah. Just all right. So what I started out with is, I don't have it anymore because it completely broke down. Was I had a really the cheapest tripod on Amazon, real lightweight aluminum tripod, and since we are holding gear that's worth a little bit more, and we're actually don't need like this, then
Are we saying that it dropped off?
dropped off.
No. Oh.
Back on.
What's affecting our connection today?
I don't know.
Maybe just the time.
All right, so it can always post, and then YouTube will fix it. So this is the tripod we picked out. Oh, Texas Boys. Okay. Texas Dad's replying. So this is the tripod we picked out. It's about like $300, but we didn't pay $300. We actually got it on a great deal. It's still on a deal. It'll be down in the description below. I think it was like 85 somewhere.
I think
Okay, back. Great. All right. So if you weren't knowing, I was talking about the tripod. It was $200 to $300. Very expensive, but we actually got it on a deal for 80 to 90, but I think it was only $80. Really good, and for holding all this gear, you need a good tripod. With this, we used that, and we had several falls with it. And I don't know if y'all can see, but this white part up here that connects to this, it has came off several times, and then I had to pop it back on. This camera still works to this day, and it actually still videos to this day. So yeah, it's really cool, and it works awesome. It doesn't work awesome now because of since we upgraded. So the upgraded camera is, when I'm looking at this looks backwards, but it's a Canon Vixa.
And it won't be backwards.
No, it's a Canon Vixa HFR700 32 57 digital lens. It's not that. You can actually get it up to 114 digital lens on here because it has a mode on here. And I'll show you a couple of the modes near the end of this video that I have it set on, but it's nice that this can open and close, and it's not an open lens like this, and this can get beat up and set on stuff. So being able to close this all up is really nice. Used to wash her today. So yeah, really like this. See those, see that right there? There's holes in the front of there. That's the microphone. So the microphone, surprisingly, on this thing is very, very good for it being right there in the front of the camera and everything. What y'all can do, if y'all don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on here, I think you can actually get, you know, for the, like, it's like a sticky dead cat, and
it's for like a Canon 7.
Yeah, and you can cut it, and it comes in strips, sticky, and you cut it nice and sliver, and probably you can just put that right on there, and it'll cut down on your wind noise a little bit. Haven't done that, but for newbies, and if you ever get this, and you don't want to pay a whole lot of money for anything else, you can do that. Some other people are coming on, so yeah, we'll go more in detail about that. What came with it was one battery, and its charger, and with this tripod, any cheap tripod comes with a lens cleaner. I don't know why. Camera came with the lens cleaner, and you always need a good quality lens cleaner because your lens always gets dirty somehow. Now to SD cards. With this camera, for a long time, I was using this adapter. Hi, Carolina girls and Rocky Brook.
What you doing, man?
I was using
Carolina girls.
SanDish, and then I had a little 32 gigabyte mini chip SD card, and you would put it in the adapter and put it in here.
Well, it was because their other little camera took a mini SD.
Yeah. So yep.
So we could keep using it. We got the adapter.
Yeah, the adapter came with a little mini SD card.
The Canon camera takes the standard SD, not the miniature SD. Yeah.
So then this started throwing me through throwing me everywhere, and it was not being good with this camera. It was giving me bad trouble. It kept on stopping. It would say, "Oh, all about the SD card having problems." Yeah. So
SD cards can just do that.
Yeah.
any type of electronic equipment.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I would like to just bump it up a notch and just buy a bigger gigabyte, because this is 32 gigabyte. This is 64 gigabyte. This can hold about like 4 hours of memory right there. This is another SanDisk Ultra 80 MBS. I don't know. I'm not that techie.
Megabytes per second.
Megabytes.
You got them from Amazon.
I got these from Amazon. Are they in the description?
No, they're not. But you can just search for a 64 or 128
Yeah.
or however large a solid state SD you want.
Yep. So then that I covered all that. Covered this. Yeah, I just covered my camera. And I'll go into more detail with the camera. So I'm not gonna go into that. So the next thing that you're gonna need is a good computer. And if y'all don't know Teal House Farm, go check out their channel. It's a really cool channel. They actually use the cheapest iPad. Is it iPad or laptop?
Yeah, laptop.
Cheapest iPhone, laptop, something that they could buy off Walmart, and it already had the Windows editor. What is it called?
Chromebook. It was a Chromebook.
It was a Chromebook, and it was the cheapest thing, and it had a Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, probably.
That's totally free. You can actually download that on any type of device. It has apps. And Texas Dad, what do you use for your editor on your?
I use the GoPro app on my phone. I have an iPhone 7S, and I use the free GoPro editing app, and it works really good. It's pretty user friendly, looks nice, high quality.
Awesome. So yeah, that was that, and yeah, so they use that, and I forget what type of camera they use. I don't know. Maybe their iPhone. I forget. I think it was the cheapest iPhone you could actually get on Walmart. Then with your laptop or any type of device, especially if you have a laptop, you need this. You need a pair of headphones, especially if you're working on a loud environment or anything. Or even if it's not loud, you still need these just for the couple seconds that you have to cut back, or to hear if somebody said something and you want to make it a little bit louder. These really come in handy. I
They're
always use
$5.
these are $5. You can get better ones if y'all want Bluetooth and all that type of stuff. You can get really expensive ones. Do we have those in the description? We can. Well,
It's on Amazon.
yeah, they're on Amazon. They're just
Those headphones are like literally probably the cheapest ones you can buy. They're like $5
Yeah.
a piece, I think.
really
We bought them
worth
for
it.
homeschool.
Yeah, they work awesome.
Yes. That's
Yep.
a good homeschool tool.
Yes, these
Headphones.
for the little Amazon Fire tabs work really good. Next thing that you're gonna need for editing is a mouse. It's really hard for me to do really precise work on just
Touchpad.
on a touchpad. Why is because you can't get right to that little thing, and you're always swiping, and when you're trying to carry something, you're always like trying to do it's annoying. But with this, the clicker mouse, and then you got the scroll here, really works really good. I don't know where the heck we got this, but probably you can get this on Amazon too. Really good.
We got that one, our big computer.
Yeah, with a Gateway, we got this or something. What else do I want to talk about? Well, when you have a tripod, and you get a tripod, it's not gonna have that on top of it. It's actually gonna have.
How long did your cheap tripod last?
My cheap tripod lasted basically all those 100 videos. So it lasted for a long time. It was $11. Actually bought a little tiny mini Gorilla Pod that was only $7. That only lasted like about a week, and then it broke down.
We are going to get a legit
Nice.
Gorilla Pod
Yep.
tripod.
Yeah. But for right now, this works really, really good. It can extend almost like it right to head height for me, and basically like 5 feet. Really good. You don't need anything bigger than 5 feet because
We want to thank the reason we were able to upgrade a lot of our gear is because of our viewers and supporters through Patreon and through our T-shirt program, where and then also we've had people just support us directly through PayPal and through Super Chat. So what that has done is that has enabled us to upgrade our gear, and I think you're seeing that the video quality is getting better, and it's more enjoyable for Goober to do now that we have. We had a very powerful workstation before, but it was older and it was having battery issues, and it just made editing miserable, because it just wasn't functioning properly. And but we were just able to purchase it's a Dell Inspiron, and it's really beefy. It's pretty much like a gaming laptop. It's got a NVIDIA video card. It's pretty robust. We got it at Walmart.com, and they were running a promo through Ebates, and a signal booster wouldn't help our Wi-Fi because it's actually the internet provider where we are. We have a very good signal, but we only ever upload at a half a meg. And it's just brutal. And the only reason I think it's working is for whatever reason on the iPad Pro, it must compress it in a certain way to make it work. But our upload has always been terrible. Even when we had the really expensive internet, it was never more than a half a meg.
It's just where we are.
Yeah, it's where we are.
A lot of our friends don't have internet service at all.
Right.
Like to speak about.
Yeah, we in the sticks, and that we've looked into the satellite stuff. It doesn't really. With going live, it's all about upload, and we can always get the download and the ping good, but we just can't get the upload. And from what I understand about satellite, that's an issue with satellite too. But
so instead of doing the drone that we were talking about a month ago, when we were trying to save up some money for a drone, we decided to go ahead and put the money into a new laptop, and I think it's a good choice. It's made everyday editing a whole lot easier, and
we'll look into that mini setting maybe, because Goob's going to talk about we upgraded to Adobe Premiere Pro, and we'll check out the MP4 format.
Yeah. And for any of you that have
Speak up, Texas mom.
For any of you that have homeschool, if you call Adobe Premiere and talk to them, you can just tell them that you homeschool, and they will give you the discount on the Adobe Premiere Pro. And I can't remember the exact price, but it's a really big discount, and we ended up getting like 10 Adobe apps in a package. As a student. Hey, Mark, you found us. I was just thinking, oh, I hope we told Mark about this.
We didn't tell anybody about it.
I was going to shoot you an email and say, hey, because I didn't want you to be upset like they didn't tell me. But anyway, we just put some more articles on Patreon, and if any of you aren't a patron, you can still go and view all of our stuff on Patreon. There's just some articles on there, and some new videos that we just recently posted on there. Anyway, I was just talking about the Adobe Premiere Pro. Call them, tell them that you homeschool. You don't need to show proof of anything to do that, and you will get the student discount, and it's really worthwhile. What do you think? You've used a couple different editing programs, so
Adobe Premiere. When did y'all go live?
18 minutes ago.
18 minutes ago. So, I've used, turn the computer on. So, 24, yeah, if you're talking about the 5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
24 minutes.
So I used Filmora. That's awesome. They just upgraded when I went off Filmora. They did the green screen, and now you can do green screen, and you can do quite a bit of stuff on there. For newbies, highly recommend that. Nice and fast if you have a fast working laptop. Fast working laptop will it'll run nice and smooth, and it'll just be like Adobe, but Adobe's has way more stuff on it. So I'll get more into the Adobe Premiere Pro and stuff later, but first I just wanted to get done all my gear. So the next thing is that we didn't have great, well, hold up. When you buy your tripod, it doesn't come with this, and these GoPro mounts are like a lifesaver. So when we bought this camera and the other camera, it came with like $20 worth of GoPro stuff. So we got like $40 worth of GoPro stuff, and we had lots of stuff. So it came with like 3 of these and loads of these, because this is how you connect. See that? This goes up. See those screw holes? That twists onto the mount there. So you always need one of these. And with GoPro mounts, if y'all can see, there's a fill up in there. I don't know if that, I think that's like a standard. And you can use a cheap multi-tool right off Amazon, or you can get a expensive one like the Leatherman Wave. Highly recommend this. This will be down in the description below. And
This one was only $3.
yeah, this one was only $3. So
With the snap case.
so yeah, these, you really need your Phillips head screwdriver, only if you want to carry around the screwdriver and tighten them up. Because when you're trying to hold gear like this and your camera, you want it nice and tight. So our audio wasn't good, and I just went over that you can do the sticky thing and put a dead cat on this. Is that this is the Rode mic, all right, the Rode mic, and it's $150. It sounds a lot. This will be in the description below. This one came with the dead cat, and you know, this makes awesome audio.
How much was that?
This was $150.
That was $150, but it does come with the dead cat. The dead cat would cost you about $23.
Now
So
we got these.
altogether, it's a really good deal.
Yeah. So
Talk about when you were at the dairy the other day in the wind.
yeah. So this does extremely well in wind, especially with this really high. This is a very high quality dead cat. When you're buying heavy duty equipment, don't go cheap. If you are really gonna want to do it, there's
Somebody from the UK.
Texas Dad will get with you. So this has, I don't know, but this has extremely good audio, all the way up to 80 megahertz. I think that's how you would say it. And you could set it on halfway. So if you don't want it like don't want it to pick up all noise, like, so if you're really, really far away, 80 megahertz is going to be able to pick you up really nice.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the difference in the next video we upload of.
Yeah, we already did one.
Yeah,
Remember?
we haven't uploaded it yet, right?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
It's up. Texas Boys Go.
Oh yes,
Yeah, that
had
one.
the yep.
That's had all this. That was the audio from this. So, yeah, really love this. Oh, Lone Star Living. Hi.
Hey, Jonathan.
If you
Hey,
since
Sandra.
Yep.
From the UK.
since Lone Star Living and those two people just got on, we're talking about gear. If you didn't know, and I already went over this stuff, so maybe you're gonna have to replay. But at the end, I'll recover everything. So this takes a 9-volt battery. You can get rechargeable probably on Amazon. I don't know if we're gonna do that or not, but so the 9-volt goes in here. And then we got a 2-pack from Walmart, I think, and these are especially good. The nice thing about this is this lasts 100 minutes with one of these. 100 minutes is about 25 hours, and as soon as you're done, like if you're gonna take a time lapse, you don't need audio in the time lapse, so you just turn off that, and then you turn it right back on. You have to remember to turn back on it, because Rufus was taking a video, and he was ending the video, and he forgot to turn this on, so he was like, okay.
Rufus.
So
Rufus was making a silent film.
yes, but at the end he wanted to say something. So
It was still silent.
yeah, so it was still silent. So yeah, this is really cool. Really highly recommend this. You're going to. This comes with this. Well, no, this does not come with this. This is something that I don't know how much you can buy, but this is what you need. This is called a horseshoe bracket. This is actually really, really good. If y'all aren't going to want to buy this, you can actually buy, those little things that attach to your shirt, and they're like little mic. You can actually get a thing that hooks to the top of here, and it's all through like I forget. It's a wireless. You'll have the big mount on here, the wireless connector thing that grabs all the audio, and then it connects to the camera itself, right? So the camera is going to be like this, all right? And then you can have that and your cordless thing. Yeah, Bluetooth. Yep. So that's what I was trying to think of. So if you wanted if you wanted 2 people on your speak and you wanted like 2 of them to have it, look, it comes with 2 mounting brackets. See that slip part? That slip is on here. That's the thing that I didn't actually know. On the 70D, 60D, and the 80D, that's like really expensive. That comes on the top of the camera. All right.
It has like a flippy thing.
All right. So we asked Mr. Google Pants to tell us, well, if we have this type of camera, and we don't really want to upgrade right now because we're making some money off it, but we don't want to invest in a totally expensive camera. But this is what he told us about. It's a very, very well constructed. You can see how thick that aluminum is.
Yep.
It's aluminum. Because steel would be very heavy. But this is it's not gonna bend. The packaging on this was really good. I don't know what the heck I just did. And this came in like 4 packages, all in bubble wrap. I don't know why they did that, but so this is really cool. This, I think, came with this little part right here, or this came with this. I forget.
No, that came with this.
Yeah, that came with the GoPro accessories.
This did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm always getting confused. So this,
He's the detail guy.
yeah,
Rufus is the detail.
yeah, he knows everything. So
Anybody that used to watch the show A-Team back in the whenever that was when I was a kid, and there was the guy that they called Face, and if you needed something, you asked Face, and Face got it. Well, that's Rufus. Rufus's Face.
all right.
It's true.
Yeah.
He can go in the shop, tell the story if you
Yeah,
miss something.
if I'm working and I can't find something, I'll be like, "Yo, Face, go get me the doodle-ma-bop," and it's like, "I know right where that's at," and he like runs off into the ether, and he reappears with the doodle-ma-bop.
And we're like, we haven't had that for like 5 years. We're like, where did you get well, it was right there, It was right there.
And if you've seen our shop, that is a miracle.
That is a miracle.
We need to start a new series.
All right, that
No,
is a
we
miracle. No,
Constructing the shop.
no, thanks, no thanks.
No, people start believing in evolution if they see the inside of the house.
So yeah, so this goes up in here, and then it attaches to this, and it sandwiches this, and then
Has a rubber grip on it.
yeah, it has a little rubber grip, and then this slips right on the top of here. If I slip it on, see. So if y'all haven't seen the camera, this is how it usually looks with the tripod on. And it's really cool. I like the setup, and the thing is that this thing has a 10-year warranty. We'll see. The only thing that I'm really skeptical about is this thing. Say that. It's a shock absorber. I don't know what the heck that
That's
does.
what you want to get next, right?
What?
Is
That one's tripod.
Yeah, we're gonna keep researching, but we think that we're gonna invest in a balancer tripod, and it's real good for doing that. But what I was saying is see how thin this is and how much that moves. I don't know. Hopefully that won't shear, but it has a 10-year warranty. I don't think it's gonna shear, so I'm gonna be very careful on
You can
this.
take it off and put a new one on. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll warranty that
Yeah.
harness.
Because it has screws.
Yeah, it has some screws on there.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. What else do I want to talk about? All right, I think I went through everything.
The only thing with the Rode mic right on there is the case never slips on right, but it holds the battery in. So
Yeah, this case does not go all the way in correct. Probably it'll finally will.
Oh, I gotta look at that here. Let me see.
we keep.
Texas Dad's gonna look at that real quick. It wouldn't go incorrect. It was incorrect, but then now it's incorrect or whatever. So
what's the biggest bang for your buck so far?
So the biggest bang for our buck has actually been, let me see, has actually been this camera. The thing about this camera is that this is around $300. We have this in the description below. We did not pay $300. You can get refurbished ones for $194. We go with brand new because anything can happen with a refurbished.
It has a tensioner on it, so you just have to put tension on it when you're sliding it in.
Oh, okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
We've been using that for about 7 months.
This has been working for about 7 months. All the rest of the 100 videos that we've made, I think we're at around like 230, 220 videos. This has made all of them. Not
Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Peoria dude wants to know when the Texas Boys the movie comes out.
Texas Boys the movie. Very funny.
we could make a movie. No, I don't know. So yeah, I really like this camera. It's really awesome. We got it for like $200. Watch the Texas Boys movie.
Like a Goonies spinoff. Rocky Road.
All right.
Wow, I keep dating myself.
All right. So, let's get into what I did with this camera. When you first buy this camera and you get it on, the quality's semi-good. So when you turn it on, you open up the lens and it's pretty good. You swipe that thing. Yeah, it's not okay. What is it?
Yeah, talk to him about the settings, Goo, because the settings are really it's a very high quality camera, and you just have to have the settings right.
Yep, you have to.
Very good picture.
Yep, you have to mess with the settings. So what you'll do is you'll have your SD card. You'll slip the SD card in sideways.
At an angle.
At an angle.
Don't try to put it in straight.
No, or you will break your... Nice thing about these is that they're very, very, very tough. Close this up. These, kind of. So, look at this. If y'all can get an up-close shot of that, I don't know how good it is. But see how it splits right there in the corner? See that? There's a split in the corner right there. That actually sheared off when I was putting it in my computer. We were actually able to get that little corner out of my Dell computer, my older one. And then super Gorilla Glue it back on. We love Gorilla Glue.
We just took that Texas Dad just took a toothpick and put a little
one little
dot.
tiny drop of it. And it works. It still works. So I wish this was down here so then I could do everything down here. But
I can
all right. So Texas Dad's going to see if we can do something about this. Because trying to hold this up and do this all is a little complicated. So you'll put this in. And this camera, surprisingly, I wasn't knowing how, like, smart, you know. Let's see if we can get it down. Can we get it right there? That'd be perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So, as y'all can see here, this computer is very smart. So if you had the lens cover here all covered up, and y'all were like, and you started videoing, as soon as you open this thing up, it's like lens cover is closed, all right? Open or whatever. When you turn it open, it'll tell you everything that you need to do. So it'll say there's no memory card. So then you'll put in the memory card, right?
And you have to remember to close the little hatch or
all right.
say there's no memory.
So see that hatch right there? This hatch closes and opens, all right? This thing will actually not video if that hatch is not closed. It'll pop up this little tiny red dot. See that little red dot right there? That's what it'll pop up, and you'll be like, what's wrong with my SD card? Nothing's wrong. You just have to close that, and look, little red light's gone. Second thing, if you put this in, and big tip, we had this, right? And it said it was write protected, and we're like, what the heck is that? So we looked, something said something about it, and it was stupid.
It's covered and stuff.
Yeah. This is it's kind of weird. For me, I wish they wouldn't have done this, but I guess for some people it makes sense. See that little tiny gray thing? If that thing is switched down, it's write protected, okay? This thing or your computer will say that memory card is write protected. So you have to always remember to switch that thing up. Write protected, not written protected. I guess that's what you call it.
Protected.
Write protected.
There, got that one.
So you put that in, and I'm gonna go through a couple of the things that you have to do. So you'll open this thing up. It'll be not the best quality. When you open it up, it's gonna be way better than this or anything else. But there's a couple modifications that you have to do. TexasBoys will be answering y'all's questions. So first thing you're gonna see when you open your thing up is you see that little tiny box right there, and it's like a zoom little box right there. You click on that. Let's see if it'll do it. You click on that, so it'll turn that little line right there turns orange. That's gonna focus on your face and everything. See, this camera is actually focusing on my face when I'm videoing this. It's actually weird. That's crazy. So that's one thing. This, see if y'all get this up close. See that right there? That's the volume, right? That's not actually on there when you get it on there. This is a total different setup. So when you're on here, you're going to want to slide this over, not that one. Everything's backwards. You're going to want to press on that home button. You see that home button? Press home. All right, home. And then you go like this, and then you click on this one. All right, you click on that. Click on that. Nope, not that one. Hold up. If you go home, then you're going to press those tools over here, all the way over there. That's what we need. And we click on that.
Right. Jonathan said artificial intelligence is taking over.
Yep.
So, when you're on there, whoop. Sorry, hold up. Let me do this real quick. All right. Take this off. So, what you do is you go home. I'm trying to do this. All right. Then you actually, let me just do something. All right. Recording setup. You click on recording setup. All right. Then you got this. Okay. These two things pop up when you are setting up your camera. When you're setting up your camera. What does setup? You can't just turn on this camera and go to shoot. When you first get it, you have to go through a setup process. So as y'all can see here, is that there is a movie format. We got it on a MP4 format, or you can get a AVCHD. That's more for other things. What the MP4 does is for movies and ideas and backgrounds, and for computers and smartphones is a better thing. So if you really want to edit on this is what you need. You need MP4. I had it on AVHD, and that's good, but it's not the best for doing it on some type of laptop. All right.
That's what Mini Setting was saying. That MP4 is
Yep.
the better format.
So I have it set on the MP4. So now I can just press the reverse button. Now I'm back onto here. So it'll show you through here, right? Video quality. We have this thing is usually set on 17 megabits.
Yeah, megabits per second.
Megabits per second, right? 17. That's good, but what I set on for real, like if you want to get into it and everything, just like I do, I set on 35. For fast motion, you actually have to have it set on 24. So if you don't want to be back and forth on your settings, just leave it at 24. It's still good quality.
Mark Edwards said QVI is better than MP4.
QV what?
The quality, yeah.
On what?
QVI is.
AVI.
Oh yeah, AVI. But the large file size I think will increase the upload time. Is the challenge with the AVI format.
Yeah. So I do the 35 megabits per second, and it'll tell y'all about it and everything. That's really cool. It'll actually tell you how much. So if you were gonna use the 35 megabits per second, right? It'll tell you. This is all backwards. Let me see. It'll tell you in this corner. It'll tell you how many minutes is going to be used on your memory card for that. So it's saying about 109 minutes. So 109 minutes, 1 hour and 9 minutes. All right. So the more it takes up more memory. All right, for having that. But I like that. It's nice, high quality. And you're like, well, how do you select it? You keep clicking on it? No, you just go over here, see that? And you click on that, and that reverses you. Makes you go over here, then you're going to press, make sure, everything comes in backwards. Then you're going to exit, so then you go right back to here. All right? And then, now we're going to start talking about your audio issue. So the audio issue when you get on here is good, but it's very, very low. This actually can do very good. One of the videos that we did, Rufus was way up in a tree and it picked up his audio. So what you have to do is actually you have to go to down over here. When y'all get this, everything will be on this side. All right. All right. So you click on this. All right. With the really, really high quality setup.
Texas mom and dad know nothing about any of this stuff.
No. You want to see something funny? Hand it to me. I don't even know how to turn it on.
All right.
No, I'm joking.
All right.
She doesn't know how to turn it on.
I really don't know how to turn it on.
All right. Because usually she's like, all right. Oops, it's upside down. Turn around.
She does the whole video and it's not on.
All right. So the boys are working today right now. And, oops, sorry. So, yeah.
Forgot to turn it on.
Forgot to turn it on.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, that's a little bit how it is.
That's
Yeah.
a public school commercial.
Yeah, that's a really good one. So, you can see the ones that are grayed out right there. There's like a couple of them that's grayed out. Just those 3. And that's about fast motion, slow motion. This does really good fast motion. Nice clear. Some cameras will have it'll look a little sketchy, when it's playing through. It's a little clippy. This one actually goes nice and smooth. And so you can't draw on the screen while video. You can on a lower quality. And there's faders. You can fade in and out. And then there's zoom type. That's what we're going to have to work on right now. So you'll click on your zoom type. Let me back this up here. All right. When you're here, you're going to see that zoom type. You click. You'll see it. Click on the zoom type. There's your here, hold up. You have the 32 times digital zoom. That's really good. Then you have the 57 digital zoom. Then you have the 1140. So if you want to see a crater on the moon, this is really good for it. And I've zoomed up onto a crater on the moon for this. So I usually like having it set on that because that's a really nice far away setting. So I have it set on that. And then you'll see up here, there's a flower. If you click on that, well, all that's just gonna do is
automatic.
Hold up. Yeah. So watch. Zooming out right now. Hold up. All right. So if you're like, well, how stinking far is this thing gonna zoom? You're gonna click on that. If you click on that, see how it's zooming in right now? It'll zoom in until it stops. How far it'll zoom. So you click off that. You never really want that. I don't know why the heck.
Automatic zoom.
That's automatic zoom, but you never want that. So, then
You said you did video recording go-karts.
that was so bad.
It was so bad.
We're going back there,
The
and
go-kart video. It
oh,
was all Texas mom. It was terrible.
that's why I said Texas mom cam on the little side. That's why. But she did good for holding a baby. All right, so.
She did good for Texas mom.
Yeah. So when you're zooming, see that little line there, right there? See that? There's a blue side. Let's see. A blue side and a white side. The white side is going to tell you if you go all the way up to the blue, it'll start to get blurry. All the white, if you see this, it'll have an arrow. Watch. While you zoom, there's a little arrow. See how it's ticking forward like that? And it'll actually tell you when you get to the blue. When you get to the blue, it's not clear anymore. It's a little on the blurry side. So I usually stop at the white. But if you're getting fast motion of the moon moving, then it's really nice about this. So, been talking a lot. It tells you up here in the corner up here the how much battery life. This usually has about 140 minutes of life. It's lasts a long time. It's hard to kill the battery. I usually like charging it every night. Overnight, it's always charged in the morning. Then you got your picture button right there. And then if you wanted anything to know if you wanted to know anything, what's going on with the camera, this is like kind of the manager setting. This thing tells you everything that's going on right now. So if you're doing a video, swipe that and it's going to tell you everything that's happening with the camera. Yeah, that's a little bit of that. There's lots more settings that you have to go through. If you want a really high quality camera, people can literally, if you compare the quality of this, if I might do a video, if you could compare quality from this side to like this side, you can totally tell a difference of the quality. Let me look around here. Oh, yes. This is something that you always need to know. All right. So when this is on, when you turn your camera on, and you got a lot of your settings done, and it's the next day, and you're like, okay, so what else do I need to do? You go up here. See that? See that right there? It's called auto. It's called audio or auto. I think that's what it's called. Audio. I don't know.
Not audio.
Auto. And it's right there. And auto or whatever. Not audio. It's all. How do you spell that?
Auto?
It's AUTO. Okay. And I don't know really how to pronounce it, but auto.
That's what I said.
But why was there?
He thought it was audio.
No, I said auto, but I didn't really. Okay, so it'll say auto, and that's a setting of like everything. So what auto does is everything. So if you want everything to be not blurred back, so if I'm doing myself like this, right, and I have it'll pick up my face and the background. It'll make it all smooth. But if you wanted it to be blurry in the back and your face only to be clear, then there's settings for that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I like auto. I'm not the biggest of it. My newer videos that I'm coming out with, is as you can see here, there's a worthless mode on this one. This one's called baby mode. I don't know what does it pop up when you press baby mode. Follow baby's growth. Is that like a time lapse? This mode features something stamps you can add and playback and whatever. That does not make any sense. Are you like videoing a kid growing inside somebody's stomach? I don't know. I don't know how the heck. No, Junior can't stay still for a time lapse of him growing.
Oh yeah, they do that. They video your stomach while you're.
This is a day in the life.
But how the heck do you get
while
through?
your baby's inside your belly moving, you can time lapse that, and then you could see the baby moving in your stomach.
Oh yeah, like if it's moving.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
videos of
you
that,
mean
yeah.
that? Okay, then it's not totally worthless. For our type of videos, it's worthless for me. So auto. Yeah, is it auto?
Auto.
Auto. All right. It'll tell you everything that auto can do. All right. But what? And here's the thing. It's a bright, bright day outside, right? You say, set it on this mode right here. It's for highlight situations. Like right now, I don't know how much it can pick up, but on my face, it's really bright on the live stream. It would fix all that. It would dye it all down and everything, make it look nice and good on a highlight. This one is add a filters. This is filter mode. You can bring out the real colors of everything. It makes me look like I have makeup on, but I don't like that. So it makes my lip really, really red. I don't like that one. But you can do like old style videos, like black and white, or like little flecks and stuff, like little flicks, like in old black and white movies. You can go on to movie mode. This is really good for a lot of things. This one, SCN, brightness and other settings. It's a really good mode if I'm looking at it right now. But I've been experimenting with P, program AE. The camcorder controls the shutter speed and everything.
We do lots of experiments with P around here.
Does that have to do with?
It's called urine treatment. Garden.
Yeah, but this one's actually the setting of P, and I actually keep it on the setting of P. So that's the setting you've been seeing. Every day or so, I'll set it off P and have it on a different one than P, but yeah, usually a problem with the camera shaking. Yes, you have a problem with the camera shaking. That is right, Mark Edwards.
That's why we're getting the balance tripod.
That's why we went to get a balance tripod, and so then it's not like this the whole video. That's why you have to work on one thing when you're vlogging. You have to set up the tripod. Only if you're only if you've been trained to video.
How many things do I
Like
have to
this?
work on while vlogging?
Oops, upside down.
Wait,
Okay, so
I didn't put enough
it's really
speaker on
loud
it.
right now, but that's okay.
And
What are the boys doing?
And it's like in my
Whoops.
face.
Oops.
No, it's
Poor
because
Texas mom.
Yeah. Not trying to make fun of her. She asked me to do it. All right. So, yeah, those are a couple of the settings on here to make your video camera really, really good. Oh, stink. I forgot to talk to y'all about the audio. This is the most important thing on YouTube or any social media. Audio. I don't care how grainy your video is and how poor quality is. The audio means everything. If nobody can hear you and your video quality is through the roof, that video is not even worth the watch. If I'm watching a video that has the most horrible audio in the world, I'm not going to watch that video. So, when you go over here, phew, there's some lighting. You go over here to your settings, right? You scroll down, and then there'll be mic, what? Oh, commercial.
Oh, show me glass gem.
Glass gem corn, our first harvest of the year. Well, there's a couple more up there. But see that? See how pretty that
the
is?
rest is in the
This video camera for live is really nice. Look at that.
They're so pretty.
They're so pretty. These are not decoration. This is actually gonna become popcorn very soon. If y'all know about popcorn or glass gem corn, trying to turn it into popcorn, leave it in the chat or the comment section down below. I don't know what to do with it. I know that it's good for making popcorn. So, down all the way, when you scroll all the way down, there'll be mic level. You click on mic level. All right there. Then, there will be M mic and A mic. All right. I don't know what the heck that does. Well, I do know what that does. A mic is just a regular audio mic. It's just regular mic. You always want it on M mic. M mic is going to be able to control your audio. What I have it set on right now is 100. You see that right now?
A is probably auto, M is probably manual.
Yeah.
As you can clearly see, here at the Texas Boys house, we rarely, if ever, read the manual. It's called trial and error. That's pretty much how we do everything.
Well, I don't even know where the heck I know where the box is, but I think as soon as we got out, I think we checked the instructions.
No, we have them.
We do?
They're in our bedroom.
That's like like the torch. The torch.
Face. Get the directions.
They're still in the box. I'm like, what?
Okay.
I thought we chucked them.
Don't wake up. Oh, okay.
So, Texas Dad was trying to start the flamethrower, right? And he was like, click, click, click. And the instructions were on the ground. And we're like, okay, well, let's just go back to the instructions. And they told us what to do. But, yeah. So, auto, and then you got manual. I set the manual on 100.
They're in Junior's room.
Oh, Junior's room. See, there's a level of the mic. See that right there? When you set it on manual, you click it all the way up to 100. All right. Then all you have to do is you have to just press the exit button, and then you're set up. Camera is like ready to go. You're ready to video, and you will have awesome video. When you are trying to record yourself talking, try to get in like a back of a building, like the back of your house or a back of a hoop house or something, or get low to the ground and have the camera sideways or like this so the wind's not pushing against it. Have it so the wind's always blowing away from the mic. That's another good tip for trying to keep your audio down, the wind. This thing, the downside is that it will try to take out the wind noise, meaning that it will lower your noise. So then the wind and your noise is still the same, and it's not that good. That's why this is really awesome. So after that, your camera is completely set up. This thing will save everything that you just did. When I did it, it was a little bit like sketchy, like, do I really want to close this thing down? This thing is perfect, and it's ready to go. Always remember to close that thing up. It's really cool. So, the next gear that I haven't went over is the Dell. This is the new Dell Expiron that we just got. This thing works so good. So Texas Dad will tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, so that was a Walmart.com Inspiron, and they were having a deal on Ebates to get. We buy a lot from Vitacost, Vitacost.com, and if you go through Ebates, you get like 4% back. And there's other vendors on Ebates, and Walmart.com is one. And when I finally said, you know what, we're going to buy a laptop, my brother had mentioned, he was like, well, always check out the Walmart.com. And I said, okay, well, when I went to Ebates, they were doing a promo 10% back. So it was normally like $1,200 for the machine, and it was down to $800. And then with tax, it was like $80 in tax almost. But then we got $89 back through Ebates. So we ended up getting it with tax pretty much for $800. And it has the new Intel i7 processor, and I want to say that's quad core. And then it has a terabyte hard drive and 128 gig solid state hard drive, which runs all the operating system. And the neat thing about that, it's a lot like the Mac in the sense that you turn it on and it's up in like less than a minute. Everything is, so it's operating off the solid state drive, so it's quick and it's fast, and it's got the NVIDIA GeForce GTX video card, which is a really good video card, and of course it's 16 gigs of RAM. It's got this 4K monitor. The picture on this monitor
Just blow your mind.
is literally like better than real life, and I'm not sure how to do that, But you're like looking at the picture on the monitor and you're like, wow, that looks like better than if I look at it's. That kind of stuff's bizarre to me because I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, like our Texas Boys logo looked good, but now it looks really
the
good.
colors, I don't know
It's
how
like
that works, but I think
crazy.
it's all part of their plan, but
And
I won't go into that.
How interesting was it? The other day we were watching this bus conversion video.
Talk up, mama. Sorry.
How interesting was it? The other day we were watching this bus conversion video, and they were saying that in these new bus conversions, they're for like this next generation, they're not putting TV mounts or any kind of TV hookups in the buses. TVs are going to be really a thing of the past with laptops. The way that they are, everybody has devices that can just go with you.
Yep.
So nobody, a wall-mounted TV or any kind of stationary TV is just going to be. Nobody wants it anymore, kind of, in this next generation. So, and I could see that with his new computer. I mean, the quality of the screen was just great. I mean, why would you want a TV? You know.
Yeah, this thing has a touch screen too. That's another thing that I never would have thought that a computer would have is a touch screen. And touch screen actually works really good, and it has Bluetooth and it has all the really cool stuff. But this thing works flawlessly. Anything. My other Dell, it went like this when we uploaded we downloaded the Adobe Premiere Pro, and then it kept going like this, and we're like, wow, this is working so good. It's just awesome. And then when it just started to have so much videos, then it just went downhill from there. And now it won't even let me turn on Adobe. As soon as you turn on Adobe, it's like something's wrong with it, and it won't even let you open up the thing anymore. So it's like shut down, shut down, shut down.
Yeah, we haven't had TV for a long time. We didn't have TV when we got married.
Right.
And then we got TV probably when Goob was a baby. Because, you know, we were doing what everybody told you to do, and they're little toddlers and they need learning shows and all that. So we got TV just so he could have the little preschool shows, and then it quickly became like, oh no, we don't really want to watch all this stuff. So then we got rid of TV, and then we got Netflix, and then we would cancel Netflix, and then we would get Netflix, and then we would cancel Netflix, and we kind of did that for a couple years, and then at some point we got TV again. I don't know why. And then we moved down here, and we didn't have TV, and we've never gotten
Yeah, we haven't had TV since we've been in Texas. We're going in year 4.
And it's really crazy. One time when we were at a hotel, we turned on the TV, and wow, it's like
creepy.
Things have changed so much.
Oh.
The advertisements are horrible.
Yeah, I mean, just from YouTube, the shows that they advertise on
yes,
there.
And we really want to demonetize our YouTube account. I keep going in there and messing with the AdSense, and you know, they're clearly going to push their agenda regardless of whatever kind of filters and
they're not even ashamed of it anymore. It's just this dark, creepy, crazy stuff
trying to get back on
that's on. He's watching TV right now.
No. Yeah, when you're watching an advertisement, it's like TV.
I was trying to get back onto the chat. It kicked me off.
Yeah, so... And now it's warning. Now before the ad plays, now it's like warning. This is all going to be about death and all this crazy stuff, and it's horrible. Now when an ad plays, it's non-skippable. Now it's non-skippable. Now you can't skip it. Now you have to watch for maybe 4 minutes of it. Usually I just scroll down and I just wait until the ad plays through.
And it's freaky. I mean, some of the stuff,
bad. It's so bad.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
This is an ear of our Indian corn.
Oh, this is another ear of our Indian corn.
That's Indian, though. that's not.
This is Indian. This is glass gem. No, this is not glass gem. But I think it's still Indian corn. I think you could still use it for popcorn.
Yeah.
Not 100%, but I think you can still use it.
So it'll look pretty mixed in.
Huh?
You can mix it in with the other.
Yeah, you can mix it in. Now do you want to get the rig? Rufus put it back, the rig all back together. So this is what the rig looks like. Whoop.
Trying to get it all on the spot.
Yeah. This is what the rig looks like.
There you go.
So really cool. So y'all go ahead right now and type in the chat box right now the questions that you want to have about anything. Camera, anything. So any questions that you have about the gear or anything, leave them in the comment section down below or the chat right now. So, because we want to answer.
Yeah, and you know, people ask us all the time about who does the channel and all the editing and the videos and all that, and that would be Goob.
Yep.
He does all that stuff. We are oblivious to all that stuff.
We supervise it.
Yeah, obviously.
We supervise it. And I'm a good critiquer, even though I don't know the first thing about it, but I'll be
She'll just be like, you have to cut that out and that out, but I don't know how the heck to do that, but can you just do that?
Or I'll help him pick out music sometimes. Yeah.
Or she'll be like this. She'll be like, can you add this kind of effect? Is this effect true? Is this available? And if it is, just add a bunch of them.
Yeah. So
I like doing that.
Texas mom will be like, you know, since she grew up with old computers and stuff, like I'm like going real fast and everything. She's like, stop! You're gonna break it.
Well, Mini Setting brought up privacy concerns regarding Windows 10, and I believe this speaks to the whole iPhone issue, and I believe that all electronics completely breach all of our privacy perpetually.
Yep.
And
right now.
I believe that any privacy is any perceived privacy, regardless of the electronic device, is totally in perception only. I think we've seen that even with the iPhone case and the whole Prism, the CIA Prism. Yeah, they pretend that there is some type of privacy or a way to create privacy.
No.
To just maintain the illusion.
They just do that, so then you feel good inside.
Yeah, I don't believe that there's any way to maintain any type of privacy. They've already shown that they can even access all this stuff when the phone's turned off. Now, if you put it inside a lead box,
that's a little bit more.
That would probably do them in, but other than that.
But the minute you take it out of the lead box.
Yeah, exactly. And and I believe that they're all the devices are electronic now.
Now some things, you're
probably
gonna have to,
this thing too is probably tracking.
Are we making it easier for them to breach our privacy by doing this? Yeah, this is all voluntary, and I mean this is what we chose to do, just to share information, and it's part of the boys' homeschooling, and we're constantly weighing the risk of putting ourselves out there.
That's why we do the no names and all that
right stuff. And that's another concern that I had with the drone, as far as would it be fun to do drone shots of other places? Sure, but as far as doing drone shots of our own property, not so much. I'm not into putting all that out there, so it's a balancing thing, and you have to use your own judgment and discretion. And if you're feeling like this is giving me the heebie-jeebies, then turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and whenever we do the East Texas farm tour, we might get a drone to do that, just because we'll be visiting all these farms.
He's always shopping.
He's always shopping.
Rufus is the shopper, man.
He is. Yep.
He's always shopping.
He is.
Always be shopping.
Yeah.
Always looking for the deal.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, Rufus, man, we might need another SD card. Oh yeah, that'll just be $3. I'll be like, what? He's like, yeah, it'll just be $3. I'm like, how do you know that? He's like, because, you know.
So do we have privacy concerns using Windows? We have privacy concerns, period.
That's why we keep our laptop in open sight. We don't keep it in a closed room. We don't close the door or something. When I'm editing, I edit in the front room, you know. That's where I edit. Yep. So.
Now they did it for a long time. We took a little piece of, what was it, like?
Scotch tape.
Yeah, just a piece of painter's tape.
Yeah. And put that over the camera.
Yeah.
I don't think that does anything.
Just so
they can still hear you.
I don't know. Technology is so
They
far.
can see through the screen.
Yeah, now
probably.
everybody's automating their homes with Siri and with the Echo, and there's literally legislation now. You know, well, not legislation. There's a. I think it's made it to the Supreme Court about the Echo and using that to. I think it was in like some kind of murder case, and it just showed that it was collecting data the whole entire time, and they wanted to know whether or not they could submit it as evidence.
Yeah, Weechi just said, well, at the night, just shut it all down. When we go to bed, this thing's uploading a video, so we can't, we would love to unplug it and everything, but first thing, this thing will still have juice even if you unplug it, only if you run it dead. But I still think if this thing's dead, it still has something in it, and it's still tracking everything you do.
Well, so is our cell phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if you have some kind of super old school phone. Which we have a lot of friends that have super old school cell phones.
Flip phones and stuff like that.
Ham radio.
Ham radio. That's fun.
We want a ham radio.
A walkie-talkie is a good ham radio because you can turn on a walkie-talkie and go through the settings, and then you can hear truck drivers telling the stories. One Saturday.
You can work on your Texas accents.
Yeah, because they'll just tell stories, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're going to the Walmart, and this kid just tried breaking into my garage, and I showed him the shotgun and shot at him, you know." So it's like that, yeah. So you can hear all these crazy stories about what these. Yeah, it's so funny.
Go ahead, tell some more.
Like these kids tried breaking in, but then they got seen, and then
Furia dude's got a ham tower, dude. We're gonna get a ham radio.
All right.
We have really good friends, and one of our local friends here in the next town over has his ham license, and then our friends in Indiana have ham license. So yeah, we definitely want to get into that.
And American Homestead has ham.
American Homestead.
Like sometimes we would turn
Zach,
on.
can you hear me?
I'm telling you, they don't like us.
Like our 2 walkie-talkies that we didn't pay for, that we got from our mom and papa. Like we would turn them off, and then like in the middle of the night or like when you're in bed, so we got there.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
All
right. Well, I think this was a good gear overview. I know that Sam from Teal House was. I'm gonna tag those guys in Cog Hill because Jason at Cog Hill has the same camera that we have. So I know they were looking forward to this video. So I'll tag those guys on Facebook. And just want to thank everybody for being on. This was a little test deal here to see about our friends in Europe. I didn't know if this would help me. Thanks for coming on, Mark Edwards.
Yep.
And we will see y'all on the next video.
Stream y'alls.
Hope you have a good weekend.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Bye.